Just before today's video starts, I would just like to remind all of you that it is not made for kids. It's for adults to enjoy too. So with that said, please enjoy the fucking video. It was on this day 40 years ago that a certain locomotive was broadcasted onto television for the very first time. First seen in a certain book series, then adapted onto television, this locomotive, along with all his friends, would go a long way to entertain people across the world with their many stories, hijinks, and comedy that it would become one of the most entertaining shows of all time. I am of course talking about that cheeky little tank engine with 6 small wheels, a short stumpy funnel, a short stumpy boiler, and a short stumpy dome. The one and only Thomas the Tank Engine. What can I say, folks? I love Thomas the Tank Engine. It's always been one of my top favorite shows of all time, and I always enjoy going back to watch certain episodes every now and again. It is so hard to believe that this show is now officially 40 years old. I mean, seriously, the big 40. That's such a big achievement. I can still remember my first exposure to this cheeky tank engine. I was up at my aunt's house and I had a VHS tape called Tempo's Children TV Favorites Volume 2. And funnily enough, that VHS had the very first episode on it. Yeah, no joke. Thomas and Gordon was the very first episode I ever saw of this franchise. And since that tape, I grew to love this franchise so much by watching it on Nick Jr. and collecting toys, books, posters, and especially DVDs. Yeah, I have quite a history with this show if you couldn't tell. So, since today is the 40th anniversary of the TV show, I'd like to do something to celebrate. While I've already confirmed that I won't be reviewing any episodes or movies of Thomas, it doesn't mean I can't do ranking videos. Yep, today I'm going to do a video where I rank episodes of Thomas the Tank Engine. Not every episode, mind you, no, that would take far too long to plan out. So instead, I'm going to rank all the episodes within the first season of Thomas. I know this probably won't be a huge video, but hey, it's my way of celebrating 40 years of making tracks to great destinations. So without further ado, let's dive in and rank every episode of the first season of Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends. A great introduction to two iconic characters. The actual first episode. There is no positivity in this episode. How long did Henry stay in the tunnel? How did Thomas not know he wasn't pulling anything? The truck scene in this episode is amazing. One of my top favorites of this season. An average episode, honestly. Not as entertaining as Thomas and the Trucks. Best episode of James's arc. What is it with Thomas leaving things behind? This is where a certain meme was born. First winter episode, and it's entertaining. My favorite episode of this season. I'd sure hate to be James on that turntable. Percy's debut episode, and it's good. So much tension! I actually thought Percy was a goner. A highly overlooked episode. Henry's iconic episode. I can't decide which narrator did the better sneeze. Toby is one of my top favorite characters. You should see Trampy's take on this episode. James and Toby's rivalry is comedic. Gordon never learns, does he? Ah yes, the pilot of the show. Really good. A festive conclusion to the first season. And that concludes all my rankings of Thomas the Tank Engine Series 1. I really like this season. It's a good introduction season to all the characters, the stories are truly memorable, and has loads of entertaining moments. I always get a kick out of this season, so I'm going to give Season 1 of Thomas the Tank Engine a B. Not a perfect season, but truly memorable introduction. With that said, I thank you guys so much for watching this short ranking video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like this video, comment your thoughts on Season 1 down below, and subscribe to my channel for more great videos to come. So until next time, I'm Neil Fitzgerald, and I will see you soon.